Welcome back, little monkey fans.
Today my little monkey and I are going way up to the Treetop Toy Box for another Playmobil review. We have the Playmobil Summer Fun Biker at a Campsite. This is a 41-piece set and it looks like it has some fantastic accessories.
Let's get opening.
And here's our little biker who's come to his campsite. Let's check out all of the super cool things that he has. So the set comes with this fantastic tree with a little stump, and then there's a bunch of birdies up in the top, and that's really cool. There's a bunch of extra little branches on here you could hang some of his gear from if you needed to.
Hey, I just saw something.
What?
It comes with a little mole or something.
A little mole or a vole? Yeah, it looks like it's poking up out of its little hole, digging up to get maybe to some of the goodies that he might have in his bag.
Yeah.
And that'll pop right out of the little mound. And it's just itty bitty. So cute. And then the set comes with a little campfire.
Yeah.
So it looks like it already has a fire going in it. So maybe he can roast a hot dog.
Or marshmallows. But everyone needs a campfire to keep them nice and warm and comfy.
They sure do. And so let's take a look at our biker himself. So he comes with super cool accessories. So let's just pop him off. And he is wearing some super cool gloves on his hands. And that must be to keep his hands protected and warm while he's driving. And he has a really cool jacket on and just some black riding boots. He does have a backpack and that'll pop right off. We'll do that after we get his cool helmet off. So we'll pop off his helmet. He has a lot of facial hair under there, doesn't he? He has a beard and a mustache.
Yeah.
And then we can pop off his backpack. And there it is there. Super cute. And let's check out our biker. So his gloves will pop right off. You can see his hands underneath so he can still hold things. And those will just snap right off if we don't want him to wear them. So we'll take those off for right now. His coat is super cool. And there's our biker. So we're just going to stand him back there for a minute.
I think maybe we should set up the tent so he can at least sleep somewhere.
We absolutely will set up his tent.
Yeah, because how will a camper set up their campfire without a tent to sleep in? Will he sleep on the grass? I don't think he should.
He might be a little bit chilly.
Yeah.
So let's take off some of the gear here. So we have a pack on the back of his bike. So we're just gonna lift up these straps.
I'll do the other one.
Okay, and so then that'll pop right off. And we're just gonna set that down for a minute and let's take a look at the rest of the bike. So these two containers are accessories on the bike itself and they just pop right off. And so we can reattach these straps in that so he can have all of his gear strapped down. And these are kind of like storage containers. So here's the first one. We can pop it open and we have some cool accessories inside. We have an itty bitty flashlight and then looks like maybe a water bottle that could be. Very teeny. So let's pop those back into that first container. So those can be stored right on the back of the bike itself, or he can keep them out. Our next container, it has a little bit of different decoration on the front. It looks like a bunch of different places that maybe he's been, and we can pop that open, and it looks like we have some food inside. So this looks like an itty bitty jar of maybe Chef Boyardee. It looks like noodles. Maybe that's the chef right there. And the second one is another can. Maybe that's beans. Don't know. Cool. So there's both of those storage containers. So his bike is so cool. So he has a little kickstand here that can just be flipped up for when he's driving. And these little spots in the back are where these accessory bins popped off of. So those can just snap right back on if we wanted to, and it'll hold there. And we have one for each side. And we've got really nice rubber wheels on the front and back, and they spin very, very nicely, both of them. And then he has his handlebars, and those will actually move back and forth so he can drive and steer while he's driving. So cool. Look at the detail on there.
And some mud splashes.
It does look like there's some mud splashes on there, isn't there? On the front part and the back part.
Yeah.
And a little bit of both on both sides. So maybe he's gone through a few puddles on his journey. Hey?
Yeah.
So we'll set his bike down. And let's see if we can get this tent set up. So he's got all of his tent accessories are being stored in a little sleeping bag here. So we'll just pull these out. Here's all the tent poles. And there's his little sleeping bag. He can slide right in when it's ready for bed. He's like, I'm exhausted from my trip. He'll take a little nap while we set up his tent maybe. And it comes with an itty bitty
stick with a hot dog on top of it.
That's right, so he can roast that in the fire maybe. So maybe while he has a little nap, we'll put that there, even though that's not the safest thing to do. And then let's get our tent set up. There's his little tent. Now we just need to add the top.
The top's a little tricky because it has all these little holes in it.
That's what is supposed to go over all those little pegs,
Yeah.
and that's going to hold it in.
These are kind of tricky. I got it. Okay. There's one. Then another one. And another one.
Great job. Okay, let's see if we can do the other side, and then we'll close up the flaps. So this one's not supposed to go on just yet, because that's to close it. So you put the bottom ones on. Yep, those ones, and then the bottom. And there's his little tent. It's so cute. And then he can have the flap open and back to crawl in, and then he can do it up by closing this last little flap. And there's his little tent. Maybe we should slide him inside so he can have a little nap. What do you think?
That's a great idea. He can't have his sleeping bag. Let's just close the little flap up so no little bugs come in. Let's lay that under.
And there is a super cool biker at the campsite. What do you love best about this little set?
You go first. What's your favorite part?
I love his motorbike. It's super cool, and I love the cool accessories that he has with his helmet, his gloves, and then even his little backpack as well.
I like the tent and how it can slip in the bag. It's really, really cool. It's like that. You can open it because normally for our sets, like for Barbies or any other toy, you can't really open the tent. You more need like put them on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's so cool that this little tent opens up.
It is.
Thanks for watching.
To join all the fun up in our treetop, please subscribe to Little Monkey Media's channel.
Don't forget, if you like our video, please share it and click like. We go bananas for toys!